angazi.
That's why
Mhlawumbe
you're
yilokho
single.
ukuthi ngijwayele.
That's why I started
Oh.
single.
Hayi man
Ntshatsha.
touch.
Udlala ama-chips namhlanje uzobona indoda uzoyithola kusasa.
All right.
Dinner,
Ngizozama.
fish and chips on
Bese
me.
mengayitholanga ngibuye ngizokufuna la ngithi.
Uzofuna bani mina? No problem.
All right.
Ukhe wafika eDube?
Ngeke ngafika eDube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. eDube kune strata bathi what's that street? I want to get the right street. That's where I hang out a lot. Yeah. I see majority of you guys come from Soweto.
Yeah.
And Lady Do is saying, what in the world is wrong with the man in Soweto? So I'm going to do an event in Soweto soon. And I've got your details. I'm going to invite you guys to come. And if ever any of you guys go back single, I give up. That's the last event I'm going to do.
Well, battling itself.
Bayenzani?
Battling.
So where do you hang out?
Like, ish.
Into yamelana noTibo Touch inokunqola.
Oh, yeah. Ngifuna leyo comment.
Okay, sharp. Listen, ladies, we appreciate you. Thank you for showing up. And you've been here for hours. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you.
Happy Valentine's Day. You know Andile Ncube?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's coming up next. That's him right there.
Was our smile Kuku.
Yeah. And Google, what's that? Andile, you still single? I think so. Hold on.
Open the door. When you knocked on the door, for you, baby girl. When you knocked on the door, when you knocked on the door, don't forget I'm the one who open the door. When you knocked on the door, when you knocked on the door, when you knocked on the door, when you knocked on the door. When it comes to my love, choose you. When I'm up, I'ma call you too. Don't try to confuse you. Every time they gon' try shoot you, for the doors for them misuse you. Never right to the side. I remember my love I used to do. All of the things she don't want you to do. Ooh. She control me like ooh. And she ain't even mine, oh. Ain't mine, oh. Ain't mine, oh. Don't forget I'm the one who opened the door. When you knocked on the door, for you, baby girl, when you knocked on the door. When you knocked on the door, don't forget I'm the one who opened the door. When you knocked on the door, when you knocked on the door, when you knocked on the door. When you knocked on the door. Yeah, you the fool. You made me look a fool. Now what do you do? Now you they coming up to the truth. No Google, do, cause I wanted you. And now you they left me gay. And now I'm a petty jet, I'm a basic fell, I'm a dirty boy, I'm a native. Why you say fee, yeah. I remember when I used to pull up when you call me your boo. I can barely show you the whole truth. Why you tryna act too new? Why you tryna act too new? Know you my diamond. I remember my love I used to do. All of the things she don't want you to do. Ooh. She control me like ooh. And she ain't even mine, oh. Ain't mine, oh. Ain't mine, oh. And she ain't even mine, oh. Ain't mine, oh. Ain't mine, oh. And she ain't even mine, oh. Ain't mine, oh. Ain't mine, oh.
Here we go, baby. Brotherhood Wednesdays, where we celebrate our brothers on the touchdown on Metro FM.
Ay, all fire, Shunchi. Ay, catch me in a happy mood, ngiyiphathela amasenti. Ngathi ngatholo banda yongiyiphelisa istress. Ngikamama uyangichaza Momo, yeah. Momo uyangichaza.
ngela lestaff sizer funa ukushaya ipuff and pass yayizo bab labantwana ngiphethe iyafiyayizo keep esiphuze raf njengayizo ekhasi lami nabangazi kudla ngalo la zip my keeper las keep a 9 uzama ukusiphakamela wena okay shot uzama ukuthi ublowe nathi wena okay fine ngiphethe iskim samaroda athanda cheese shawe isicathulo bese siphinde siba busy ngazongela wena ziyawa ngakithi bona amabhotela uzoshawa ngakithi we anti ungiphinde ngebiye tu we maki ungangijudge uthule tu hey ngazongela wena bawa ngakithi abo top shayela bayawa ngakithi Gigamama uyangithaza wena mama Gigamama uyangithaza wena mama Ipantsula lijabulile uyazongithola Ipantsula liholile ekhaya kuthiwa kwashona Cela ukubona ubhiya phezulu iyadlala ianthem Scroofa nama ex ama future nabo mede Khohlwa isikhathi sewash tell stiff Khohlwa abacabanayo indala leyo fifth Sukunishana notshwala order chief Khohlwa inkinga man give ngiphethe imali asiphuze bantwana yimudeti ngicela ningiyuze mase ngidlala isisaka ngeke uzungikhuze ngoba ngizwa mshini ngiphethe umuntu eduze yeah suka amaphepha ibhodlela liwange ibhodlela ususumama uyangikhaza ithina sokubozela bakudle mali iyaphela ngizobhala edolweni ngidla nayo indawo yami ekhoneni Gigamama uyangithaza wena Gigamama uyangithaza wena mama uyangithaza Sindomshini waphuma ama-1000 ay kahambe ebusuku ngizobuya ngo-7 sekhaludale usilale emathaveni ay nesigroove izola sikudlela ebhodleleni Kawuthinta umshini waphuma ama-1000 kahambe ebusuku ngizobuya ngo-7 sekhaludale usilale emathaveni nesigroove izola sikudlela ebhodleleni Ay, catch me in a happy mood, ngiphathela amasenti ngathi ngathola obandayo ngiyiphelile istress Gigamama uyangithaza wena mama Gigamama uyangithaza wena
Here we go, baby. Brotherhood Wednesdays, where we celebrate our brothers on the touchdown on Metro FM.
Oh, this ish is unbelievable.
Fresh. To BBL, you know she extra. Got this thing, walk it clean as a whistle. In the kitchen, scale, fork, and a pistol. Yeah, we cooking now. You know this pressure, cause they looking now. Say look out for me, but they weren't looking out. Got your shit together, sookie now. No refills on me, you know we lit. They gon' run this bitch just like a P6. I done fell in love with a thick beat. I done fell in love with a rich. Shawty know she pressure, talking high blood. Put two girls together like a hybrid. You know I've been trapping since the dollar. If they gon' hate, then let them hate, the money pile up. When your friend calls, say hello, pressure speaking. Tower on the door, but that pressure reeking. I done took a shroom with the 42. I done started whistling like 42. Pressure.
Pressure bust pipes, the weapon tuck nice. I only bust twice, cause I'm so precise. The foreign run lights, I'm all night. I don't handcuff and I read her rights. I'm on that pressure, she on that base. I'm on that treble, I'm on her level. She say our brother, he got them birds, we ruffle his feathers. Watch what you tell us, pressure cooker. Extra, got my section full of smoking dope, you can smell the boogers. Break your nose like Devin Booker. And all my some second lookers. And I got bros with extra blookers. And I got Nina, and I got Maggie, and they both got extra sisters. I be putting pressure on the plug, I get treated special by the plug. The feds putting pressure on me, but I don't even sweat in the hot tub. I be putting pressure on my lungs, I'ma fill a whole blunt with pressure like a stack of 100 ones. You still a fold under pressure, love.
Pressure.
Yeah.
Pressure. BBL, you know she extra. Got this thing, walk but clean as a whistle. In the kitchen, scale, fork, and a pistol. Skirt, skirt, skirt. Yeah, we cooking now. You know the pressure, cause they looking now. Say look out for me, but they weren't looking out. Got your together, sucky now.
Peace and Pan-Africanism. This is Dr. Umar Ifatunde, the Prince of Pan-Africanism, and I'm hanging out with my brother on the Touchdown with Tebow Touch, Metro FM 326. Check it out.
SABC News, independent and impartial.
It's 6 o'clock. In the news this evening, motion to dissolve the eThekwini municipality fails and Springboks named Newsmaker of the Year. Good evening. Let's begin with news just in. The DA's attempt to dissolve the eThekwini Municipality Council has failed. Today, the DA brought forward the motion citing that the municipality under Mayor Mxolisi Kaunda has failed to perform its duties and delivering services to the people accordingly. The DA has been defeated by 53 votes at a council which took place at the Durban ICC. eThekwini Municipality Speaker Thabani Nyawose said 128 councillors voted against the motion by show of hands and only 75 were for the motion. In other news, civic organisation Sanko in Limpopo has expressed concerns regarding the safety of learners at Mokgopong Primary School. This comes amid reports that 2 Grade R learners aged 4 and 5 were allegedly sexually assaulted in the school toilets. Education authorities are yet to comment. Local Sanko chairperson Mahlomola Mate.
Department of Education, they are not taking the community serious because of we even came here last week Friday to ask the second manager what is happening. We only find out that the principal is already taking the transfer from other school.
Let's stay now with the story. The Limpopo police spokesperson Malisela Ledwaba has confirmed the incidents, saying that investigations are underway.
We are investigating the 2 cases, but the current situation with the first case, which was reported in 2021, currently it is closed. But should there be a new information which directs us, otherwise we will actually follow any possible leads that comes our way.
The Springboks have been named the 2023 National Press Club Newsmaker of the Year. This is the 4th time that the Springbok rugby team has been recognized as the Newsmaker of the Year. The first award was in 1995, followed by 1998 and again in 2007 when they were awarded as newsmakers together with their coach at the time, Jake White. Stellar performances by the Springboks in the 2023 Rugby World Cup in France triggered an avalanche of media frenzy. And NATO's Secretary-General says he expects a record 18 of the alliance's 31 members to meet their defence spending target this year. Here's the BBC's Jonathan Bell with more.
NATO first set the 2% goal in 2014 in response to Russia's takeover of Crimea. Then only 3 countries, including the US and the UK, met the target. But Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine has prompted a dramatic increase in defence spending.
A top story this evening, the DA's attempt to dissolve the eThekwini Municipality Council has failed. It's 18:03 on the clock. For Metro FM News, I'm Lindy Mjali. It's a wrap from the Touchdown team. Ma'a is back. Time now for Sportsnight Amplified with Andile Ncube. Good evening.
SABC News, independent and impartial. Where I want to be.
It's about damn time.
Is the place to be.
How we feeling? Turn up the music.
At the convergence of the melody and rhythm and the voice, and the people who can hear it, love it, dance to it, and rejoice. Where the beat is the message and the message upbeat. Where ignorance is erased and information sets the pace. Where ambition is the mission, the destination, inspiration. And the fuel in the tank is pure unleaded perspiration. Because this is where we meet, on the corner of here we are and where we want to be. Metro FM, it's where you want to be.
People of Earth, I have an important announcement to make. Listen to me. One that you've been waiting for a long time.
Andile, get away now. Andile, wala para mfana. Andile, arangari wala para.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing tonight? I'd like to welcome to the stage
King Andile, Mama.
So everybody in the house, give a warm round of applause for
King Andile, Mama.
And he captures the moment.
King Andile, Mama.
And it is extraordinary.
Andile, Batista na boss baribate.
Hold on. Indlale futhi ithi lapha egcineni.
Batista na boss baribate.
What does that mean?
There are many Nigerians in the country, so I shut there like car.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sbar. Let's take the calls now. Sbar, please give us a call, Sbar. Let's go to Shola in Randburg.
Hi, Andile.
Yes, Sbar.
I hope
We're going to finish you. We're going to suffocate you, Oga.
Grant Kekana speaks on Ronwen Williams.
World-class keeper. I think he should be made the Minister of Finance. He can save South Africa's economy.
We're coming live from Côte d'Ivoire, Abidjan. Sitting with Omar Kaktuba as well as Mazola here.
Doing a show with you in person feels very great, especially after Nigeria won the Amapiano battle.
What do you think of Hugo Bruce?
Fantastic manager. I wish we could exchange a manager right now. With the quality of players we have, Hugo Bruce will be blessed.
By the way, this is history. This is Dr. Dan's first time on this show in particular. So history has been made. Dr. Danjurdan.
You know, when you sign on those bonuses, the journalists that traveled with the team, just think about them in that.
Well, if there's change left, I'll call you.
The sky is the limit, and you know that you can have what you want, be what you want, have what you want, be what you want.
Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM. Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. Game over.
Hey, you. I've missed you. How have you been? Yeah, the voice is struggling a little bit. From the screams this morning as we welcome Bafana Bafana back to South Africa at OR Tambo, the flight as well.
The boys were singing the entire time. They were having the time of their lives. There was champagne throughout the flight for free. So everyone was just indulging this morning. But I'm back in South Africa, and I couldn't wait to talk to you. Thank you so much for all the love, all those that said they missed having our conversations. I'm glad I'm back. I'm looking forward to having you on the show, and I can't wait to hear your voices on 086 0002160, your WhatsApps on 060 552 7303. Hey, it's Sportsnight Amplified with Andile. Yeah? Thank you so much to Touch and the team. They do it again tomorrow between 3 and 6. It was great to see the guys again. They back tomorrow. When they throw it back as much as we do, you know, they go all the way back. They play old school music as well. So let's look forward to that. But the one thing that I heard today that I was like, yo, Julius Malema speaking on Danny Jordan. Whilst Danny Jordan is there, he practically looked at him in his face and said this. Did you hear it? He looked at him straight in the face and said it. This morning at the airport, we were all there. And he didn't mince his words with it. He really didn't. Did you hear it? Okay, I'll play it for you. I'll play it for you in a bit. But the conversation is going to be great today. We're going to touch a little bit on AFCON. We're going to speak a little bit about Nigeria because Alex Iwobi not having the best time in Nigeria, is he? The Nigerians being on his back, has deleted everything, says wants nothing to do with Nigeria. He says, how can you blame not winning an entire AFCON just on him? So we'll go to that. But the one thing I want to go to is local news. Andile Ncube, as you know, dismissed from Swallows and told he could, beg for his job back. And that was the words used, beg for his job back if he so wants. Then he says, no, he's going to take Swallows to court. He's going to take them and he's going to fight them for wrongful dismissal. Well, the outcomes of that were earlier today. So we'll go to Luruma Tobejane, who is the lawyer who stands, of course, for Swallows, and we'll go to him and hear what Luruma Tobejane has got to say about the outcomes of what happened between Moroka Swallows Football Club and Andile Ncube. He's coming up next. You know my conversations with Luruma Tobejane are always worth it. He's with both Mason and Tobejane attorneys, of course, representing Swallows as well as Royal AM, and we've had many conversations with them, so we'll have that. Mazolo Molefe been working on that story hard, breaking that story as well. Let's take a break. When we come back, Luruma Tobejane. Hey, by the way, I'm so sorry. Did I almost forget? Happy Valentine's.
Submissions for this year's Metro FM Music Awards are now open. And the winner is... To enter, simply log on to www.metrofmmusicawards.co.za. Make some beautiful noise! For inquiries, email info@metrofm.co.za. Yeah! Metro FM.
If you don't know, you better ask somebody. It's bigger, it's better. The Metro FM Awards are back.
It's where you want to be. Sportsnight Amplified with Andile on Metro FM. Proudly brought to you by SABC Sport.
It's exactly 11 after the hour 6 on the Mighty Metro FM. Welcome to it. This is Sportsnight Amplified with Andile. Fresh back from Abidjan. Had the time of my absolute life out in Abidjan. It was some of the greatest football atmosphere, anything you can think of. And as the weeks roll out, slowly but surely, I'll take tidbits of my conversations, my trip with a CAF, who, under the presidency of Dr. Patrice Motsepe and his GS as well, General Secretary Veron, had an absolute stunner of a tournament. They said this would be the best one. I think it has been. So I'll give you little tidbits as we go along. I'm not going to just, give it to all at you at once. I think, that would take an entire hour. Right now, though, we need to focus on local news. SABC Sports' Mazolo Molefe broke the story today that midfielder Andile Ncube has had his case against Moroka Swallows to be paid and reinstated, because that's what he wanted. He took it to the dispute resolution, the dispute committee of the Premier Soccer League. He said, I want to be paid my money, but also I want to be reinstated. The player last week approached the dispute resolution chamber in an effort to try and force the club to settle monies owed, as well as confirm he can return to work for the remainder of the 23 season. Ncube was initially dismissed by Swallows following the club's described as an illegal strike in December, when the majority of the squad demanded early payment before Christmas and boycotted a fixture where there was a delay. Luruma Tobejane now joins us. He is, of course, the lawyer representing Swallows Football Club. He's also with both the Mason and Tobejane attorneys. Luruma, it's been a while, my friend. How are you, and welcome?
I'm okay, you, Andile. Thanks very much for inviting me, and good evening to you and to the listeners.
I've been bated breathly awaiting to see what would happen with all the cases of Swallows players that would perhaps not want to take the deal offered. I think in your words, you said, since they've been dismissed, rightfully so, they can beg for their jobs back. I wanted to see what would happen with those, because even at some point, even if it's the back of my mind, Ruma, I thought to myself, there must be a case here for them to fight. It turns out not. Please just give us a breakdown of what's happened between Andile Ncube and Moroka Swallows when he took the case to the DRC.
Firstly, Andile, let me explain something that all listeners need to know. Swallows does not owe any player. Those who were dismissed and those who were dismissed and recruited back, we paid all of them their salaries. So Andile took Swallows to the DRC on an agent basis, demanding reinstatement and payment of image right fees, as well as outstanding salary for January and last year, December. The case was struck from the roll for lack of agency. Actually, it was thrown out. We call it that way. So he had to pay Swallows cost for the sitting of today or for the entire application.
But let me understand this, Luruma, and I hear what you're saying, but why would Andile file for monies owed to him if he doesn't have monies owed to him?
Well, you see, the problem is that everyone wants to claim that they are owed money, so that in the public eye, Moroka Swallows is seen as being this club that is delinquent, this club that does not obey contracts. That is not true. It's good to make out a case in the media, but it's difficult to make out a case in a tribunal. Today we had this matter before the NSL DRC, and Andile couldn't jump the first hurdle of agency. He couldn't do that. I told you before, if indeed Moroka Swallows owed any of the players money, in terms of the NSL rules, you have Article 50 that provides the procedure that one must take before you can even refer the matter to NSL DRC. In terms of the FIFA RSTP, you have Article 12 BIS that prescribes the requirements for what is called overdue payables. Until you follow those procedures, you cannot run to a tribunal and say, please force this club to pay me money that is due and payable. That's exactly what Andile did.
Okay, but perhaps let's understand this. What money did Andile believe or think that Swallows owe him?
Thank you very much. He believed that Swallows owes him money for the entire month of December, and we differed with him.
Did you pay him for the entire month of December?
No, the letter of termination is very clear. You'll be paid for the days you worked for Swallows. And their contract of employment at clause 17.2 is very clear. The principle of no work, no pay shall apply. We apply that principle. For the days they worked, they were paid. For the days they didn't work, they were not paid. Simple as that. Now, he claimed for that portion of December that was not paid, which he didn't work for, and he claimed for a portion of January up to the date of termination. And we said no. Remember, you are found guilty because you said if you are not paid your salary for December 2023 on the 22nd of December 2023, you're not going to honor your contract. So no work, no pay principle applied until your termination.
Okay, so that one set aside, what was the outcomes of what the NSL's DRC had to say holistically about this case? Firstly, they said it wasn't an urgent matter, right? And threw it out based on urgency.
Yes.
So they're not saying, and I don't understand law. I mean, you teach me more on an understanding of law. I'm a layman, and so are many that listen here. So if it's thrown out on the basis of urgency, that does not say that there is no case here. Does that just not say that this is not an urgent case?
Yeah, that's why I always believe that as an attorney, I need to be honest to the public. The case is not completely dismissed. But I cannot advise Andile on the options that he has to follow or take. But the basic principle is that now he has a mountain to climb. Because remember, if there are certain procedures that he had to follow and he didn't follow those procedures and took the wrong procedure, then he has to go back and rectify that. It's going to be even harder for him to win the case. But I'm not saying he has no option. I'm saying he has an option, but I'm saying he doesn't have a claim against Solos.
So basically, if dismissed on lack of urgency, it means they couldn't get to the merits of the case, the bare merits of the case. They weren't able to properly articulate those in order to warrant a further sitting.
Yeah, but remember, he wanted reinstatement on an agent application. Those issues were canvassed, and they said, but on what basis can we grant you that? Assuming we were with you on agency, on what basis can we grant you that? It was just a difficult case for him to win.
So it's two-pronged. It's two-pronged. One is, I want my money, and you're saying, we've paid you your money, read your contract, it's pay as you go. Yes. You get paid as and when you work. You have not worked, and that's what 17.1 clause in your contract says. We've paid you for all those days, so that one is set aside. Yes. And then the second one is wrongful dismissal. I want to come back to work and work as my contract is not over up until the end of that. How did that one go?
Yeah, that one, I can tell you, there's no ruling on that, but it was entertained. They said, if you want to refer an unfair dismissal, then this is not what you have referred to us. You have referred an agent application for reinstatement. He just said, reinstate me on an agent basis. Actually, he wanted the NSL DRC to grant him a final interdict against Solos, prohibiting Solos from dismissing him and actually taking him back. And we said, you don't have a right to work for Moroka Solos. There are other teams. He has to show what right does he have to work for Moroka Solos. And secondly, on what ground can he get a final interdict without us going back to the same DC ruling and determine whether it was fair or unfair? You cannot do that.
Right, I want to keep you on the line a little bit longer, Lurumo. I just want to take a quick ad break because I want to speak about what this means moving forward for both parties. Let's take a break.
Auto Pedigree is giving you up to 50,000 Rand deal assistance to structure a deal that suits your car buying needs. Use your deal assistance to settle outstanding premiums, as your initial installment to start paying later, a deposit to lower your installments, or take it as a cashback. Visit autopedigree.co.za or any of our branches countrywide to find your next car. Auto Pedigree, because you deserve a great deal. T's and C's apply.
Hi, my name is Vincent, technician from PG Glass. Damaged roads can cause big problems for windscreens. My last customer ignored a small chip on hers. She drove over a pothole and cracked. She could have saved time and money by not leaving that chip too long. When a chip is smaller than a 2-Rand coin, we can usually repair it without taking out the entire windscreen. Plus, most insurance policies will cover the cost of the repair.
Windscreen chipped or cracked? Call PG Glass on 0860 030303 today.
PG Glass Repair, PG Glass Replace.
Meet Thomas Magolagaubona, the man who only believes what he's seen with his very own eyes. That's until the day he walked into Burger King and saw the King Combo 1 deal. Eh? Why, yeah. Since then, Thomas Magolagaubona changed his name to Thomas. Magolagaubona had everything except Price Burger King King-size Combo 1 meal that comes with 2 cheeseburgers, medium chips, and a cold drink for only $60. Mahlangu. Burger King King-size combo deals. So unbelievably affordable. You have to eat it to believe it.
Sportsnight Amplified with Andile on Metro FM. Proudly brought to you by SABC Sport.
It's exactly 22 after the hour 6 on the Mighty Metro FM. Welcome to it. It's Andile Ncube back from my short stint. It was about, 8 days, 9 days out in Côte d'Ivoire, where I experienced the best place to be. Trust me, there was no better place to be on the African continent over the last month than in Côte d'Ivoire. Africa, you are beautiful. Loved every minute of it. Happy Valentine's Day to you and yours. I know a lot of you are in your cars with your partners. You're always calling us together. I'd love a little bit of that today. A little bit of love magic would be amazing. There is no love, though, between Swallows Football Club, Moroka Swallows Football Club, I beg your pardon, as well as Andile Ncube. Andile Ncube, as we know, dismissed alongside with a horde of players at the middle of December by Moroka Swallows Football Club. He took the club to the NSL DRC. The outcomes of that being that the case was dismissed in that it is not an urgent application. The one part of his salary being paid already being dealt with. The other part, which is the second part, of being reinstated into the team is what we're dealing with now with lawyer for Moroka Swallows Football Club, Leruma Tobejana, who joins me now on the line. Leruma, what does I mean? You're saying you don't owe him any monies, and he was barking up the wrong tree there. The court has said, okay, we'll entertain this part of it. There is still an option for him to still perhaps fight for reinstating himself back into the team. But what is the feeling about this? I mean, if player and club have already gone through all that they're going through and you're fighting him hammer and nail on this one, is there a future, you think, of a conversation that could be set down, an understanding reached between yourselves and Andile's people that could see Andile back into the team?
No, I don't think so. Actually, I don't see Andile back at Moroka Swallows. Because
he took you guys to the DRC and he wanted what he thought was rightfully his?
No, not because of that. Because he was dismissed after a DC and was held.
But a lot of players were dismissed under a DC, and some of them are back.
That's why I told you, Andile. No player has a right to work for Moroka Swallows. So Andile has no right to work for Moroka Swallows.
But what's the difference between Andile and the ones that have returned?
Well, the parties agreed. The difference between Andile and Moroka Swallows is that they didn't agree. So you can't force somebody to employ you.
So end of the road, Swallows not interested, doesn't matter what, he can't come back and say, as you said it, he can't come back and beg for his job.
No, he can't come back and beg for his job. Because, firstly, he should have done that. But he didn't do that. I mean, if you go straight to court when you can speak to people and disagree or agree, even if he has spoken to the club, and the club said no, why should he force them then by going to DRC?
Oh, so okay, this is the part I didn't know now. So before he went to the DRC, there was a conversation between Andile and the club, and there was
No. I'm not saying. I'm saying even if I'm saying even if they spoke before, and there's a disagreement, you can't force somebody because you spoke and you disagreed. Then you have to force him by going to court. The problem here is all players that were dismissed, some of them came to apologize without the club approaching them, came to apologize. And everyone is free to do that. You are free to negotiate with your employer. But if the employer says, I'm not interested anymore, why should you force them? Unless you have a good case. If Andile believes that he has a good case to be reinstated, then he should follow the course of action that he believes will give him his job back. But I can tell you, as we speak, the dismissal stands. He doesn't work for Moroka Swallows FC.
Leruma, I really appreciate your time, and thank you for talking to us on this one. And, I mean, you've got a lot. You're in and out of that DRC office, I see.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
What else is on your table at the moment?
Now, we're still waiting for that Nokovic thing. See, we gave an update, and then immediately after the update, I saw a lot of media reports that Royal AM are liars, dishonest, whatever. But I can tell you, I reassure you that the case between Royal AM and Samir Nokovic is pending before CAS. Whatever you hear from the other side, in terms of which we are being abused verbally and people telling the whole public that we are dishonest, we are liars. One scare us from taking the right action.
So the stance on the Royal AM and Samir saga is that you're not paying him the 12 million. You're still going to CAS and you're still going to fight this out. There's not going to be.
No, the matter is before CAS already.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying you're going to keep on with that route. You're going to fight it there. You're not going to settle. You're not going to give him the money and get this over and done with and put it behind you.
Yes.
And you think you have a strong case with CAS?
Well, a strong case with CAS against both FIFA and Nokovic. We don't think we have.
So now you're going against FIFA as well? Make me understand, Luruma. Terribly sorry. I might have missed a step here.
No, the problem is that we are being misunderstood because people choose to listen to the other side of the story without understanding where we come from. The issues are very simple, Andile. Before you can render a decision as final, you must give a party who's affected by that decision what is called motivated decision. And the motivated decision is requested upon receipt of the decision itself, a normal decision. And I've explained this before, that we only got notification on the 22nd of May.
I remember that, yes.
Yes. And FIFA is saying, no. You are notified on the 3rd of May. And I'm saying no. And I'm saying no because I have reasons for that. Now FIFA has filed its own answer. And in their own answer, their answer supports the exhibits that they filed, support the case that indeed were notified on the 22nd of May. Not on the 3rd. But we'll deal with that case there.
I mean, this was me just hijacking you on that one. I'll prepare better for it, and we'll have that conversation perhaps in a week or so. I must be one last question, Luruma, man, on this Andile thing. And you said it today. You said it when we spoke before, and I just want to know if that language is Luruma's language as the lawyer representing Swallows, therefore by effect Swallows is, or is this the language within the hierarchy at Moroka Swallows Football Club? And I'm gonna come to one particular line here. If the players want, they can come in big for their job back. Is that the language that is being used? Is that the? It feels a little crass, if you know what I mean. They must come big for their jobs back.
No. Let me repeat what I said. I said immediately after the dismissal, players came back to apologize. I never said they came back to beg. And it was up to the club to decide whether they accept the apology and take them back. But none of those players had a right to be employed by Moroka Swallows. Swallows had an election to make, whether to take them or not. But you cannot say, if you did not take me, I'm going to take you to court. That's what I said.
I think you must listen to the... Knowing Thabo Nkwala, who is the genius behind the sound of the show, listen tomorrow. I think he's going to put your voice saying big, and then he's going to put a song and then put this part tomorrow. But Luruma, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Always gives us his time, and we really appreciate it. So there it is, the story of Andile Ncube. His tenure at Swallows is basically done. They're saying, we don't want you. You're not a player at Swallows. Go elsewhere. You don't have the right to be here. You don't have a birthright to be a Swallows player. So please, leave our premises.
Sportsnight Amplified with Andile on Metro FM.
Bafana won against Cape Verde. It started an entire conversation on Cape Verde, huh?
Yeah, fala Portuguese. It's about Cape Verde, they speak Portuguese.
Ruaka Cape Verde.
No,
that's the national topic.
Beautiful island, eh?
It looks beautiful. So really, really enjoyed it.
If Andile took the route via Cape Verde, then I can understand why he is stuck there. I mean, we all witnessed the beauty of it, isn't it? On national TV, he might not come back alone. he might not come back alone.
6 to 7 p.m. Happy Valentine's Day to all you lovers out there. From us to you. Metro FM, it's where you want to be. Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM. Proudly brought to you by SABC Sport.
Yeah, I see, guys. I'll play you that clip. You know, everybody's saying, Andile Pela Lahlela. Yes, I promise. I will play you the clip of Julius Malema this morning speaking. It was very blatant, very straightforward. Doesn't mince his words. I don't dabble in politics involvement in sports much, but I mean, this is a politician speaking on sport. And so I thought I'll leave it for the Friday, guys. But I'll just play you the clip as well. Yeah, but I want to play you Hugo first. Hugo Bruce, speaking about, this is the conversation I was having with him, in fact, this morning, yeah? It's Andile and Hugo Bruce Malcolm. That's how it's labeled. And I think the best thing we can do for the national team, is to keep Hugo Bruce as our coach going into Morocco next year for the AFCON. And, of course, trying to qualify for the World Cup. A very tough group trying to qualify for the World Cup. That's the one thing we can do for ourselves, is to keep this man. And I kind of threw it at him this afternoon when we were speaking. I threw it at Hugo Bruce and I said, Hugo, are we going to be seeing you in the trenches, on the benches during this time? And this is what Hugo had to say to me.
What I have to say, I think I'm very, very proud of this team. I said it already 2 days ago. This is a fantastic team, and it's not only 23 football players, but it's 23 friends. The way they treat each other, the way they are with each other. On the pitch, there is always a team who's going for 100%. But I said also that it's very important that those guys who's on the bench are supporting them. And what I saw from those guys, there's many thanks for that. Because that is also one of the reasons why we have been third in this AFCON.
I know third is a great achievement, Coach, but having watched the boys, I think we're the best team at AFCON. A piece of you's got to feel like we could have. What do you think? We could have gone all the way.
Yes, if we should have a little bit more luck in the game against Nigeria, where, for me, the better team. We had the better chances. But yes, penalties. Times the luck was with us with penalties, and one time, yes, it was not there. But okay, I think it was a fantastic AFCON. When we have the departure here in the airport 5 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, nobody expected. Nobody, even we, I think, because we went to AFCON, and for many players it was the first time they were there, so it was something new. But game after game, the confidence was there, and when we won against Morocco, then we knew that we had the chance maybe to reach a final, and we were there. So that means that now the team is there, the confidence is there, the supporters are there. I thank you for that you are here, all here today, because in the past I was sometimes complaining, where are those supporters? But I thank you for that, because we need you. Thank you very much.
And the coach did complain when he was playing games in South Africa and there was no support. I think you've won them over, Coach. I hope to see you in the coach's bench in Morocco next year, in 2026 in the USA, etc., because we want you here.
Okay, thank you. I will be here. Thank you.
Please, a big round of applause for Coach Hugo Bruce.
That's it. I will be here. I think that's enough, and I'm hoping that he really will be. That was my conversation with Hugo Bruce a little bit earlier this morning. I will be playing you that clip of Julius Malema. I just want to quickly cross over to Paris. Are we in Paris? We're in Paris, yeah. A man that I was with just a couple of days ago out in Abidjan. Omar Kaktugba now joining me. Omar, Nigeria is burning, and Alex Iwobi is the man in the fire. Welcome to it. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm good, Andile. How are you?
I'm very well. Did you make it home safely?
Yes, there is another light switch here. Yes, I'm good. I'm in Paris right now. I flew into Paris today.
You're on the way to the big game, yeah?
Yes, and I'm currently with Sadiq Umar. And I told him he must speak in support of his colleague right now.
Listen, Omar, I was shocked to open my social media and see what's going on in Nigeria.
Yes, it's incredible. It's sad. It's condemnable. I'm not happy with what's going on. And, we always complain about xenophobia, racism. Sometimes I feel that we're not better. If we had the opportunity, we would do worse.
For those that are in South Africa at the moment who aren't aware, Omar, perhaps paint a picture for us as to what is happening at the moment.
It's a case of angry, sad people basically coming at the one player who they feel can be the scapegoat. Anytime Nigeria fails to perform at a tournament, they pick out the scapegoat and they just leave him, digitally. At the AFCON in 2022 in Cameroon, it was Maduka Okoye, my boy. Till date, he still not survived the trauma of what he went through. In fact, he sent me a message today on Instagram saying that when the time comes, we'll talk about what happened pre-post AFCON 2022. He doesn't have, when the time comes, he has so much to talk about. And I'm sure that the things that will come out of his mouth will shock a lot of people. That is the sort of thing that a lot of our players go through playing for Nigeria. In fact, there was a time somebody told me that the players leave national team camp exhausted mentally, psychologically, and otherwise. That the time will come, they'll be scared to represent Nigeria. I have it on video, and as a matter of fact, this is the time to even release that video. So it's sad what is going on, in Nigeria and social media right now.
How has the player been taking it? Because I see he's taken it to heart. Alex Iwobi, a man, that's played for some of the biggest teams, Everton, Arsenal, now at Fulham. How has he taken all of this?
Of course, he's taking it to heart, and he feels very pained that, a country that he chose to represent ahead of a country that gave him a lot, England. England gave him everything, developed him, gave him education, gave him life. But he abandoned that country to represent Nigeria, and look at the way he's been treated. And the good thing is all his colleagues have come in support of him. Even Sadiq Umar, posted something where he was basically hitting hard at critics, saying that he doesn't have Alex Iwobi's persona, that if anyone comes at him, he will come hard at that person. And he's really, angry about it. In fact, that's exactly the first time we started talking, the guy walked into his hotel room. So all the players have come in support of him. And it's sad. It's sad. I saw a video of Victor refusing to grant an interview in Lagos, all in support of Alex Iwobi. So it's sad.
But why do you think Alex Iwobi has been targeted by the Nigerians as the sole man that is responsible for Nigeria not winning AFCON? Why him?
Okay, this is what I think. Nigerians like poor people.
What do you mean?
Nigerians like underprivileged people. Now let me explain to you. In a group, yes, exactly. In a group, they always like to go at the guy who seems privileged. Alex Iwobi is Austin Okocha's nephew, so they feel that he's there because he's related to a football legend.
Because he is JJ Okocha's relative, of
nephew.
Course. Yes, he's the nephew of JJ Okocha.
Yes. So they feel that nobody touches him because of that. So since nobody can touch him in the football ecosystem, we, the fans, in quote, can touch him. And the only way we can touch him is to bring him down online. Of course, he had a few games where he didn't really do well. But that's just the case for every of the team. Every player in that team, in my opinion, played together and lost together. So you don't pick out Iwobi, and try to kill him. Because he did well, just like every other player. Nigeria got to the final not because of one player. Nigeria didn't really have outstanding players, except for Ekong. Even Victor Osimhen, who is African Footballer of the Year, is not the CAF team of the tournament. So why Iwobi? Like I said, because he's Okocha's nephew, he's from England, somehow he's not 100% like us. These are the Because you also, sorry, Sadiq is down.
Speaking to Sadiq on the other side there, this is what happens when you've got somebody who's got friends in high places, you know.
You need to get Sadiq's thought on this. He's also very angry about the education.
No, we would love to hear Sadiq Omar's thoughts on this one. Yeah, the entire of Nigeria, of course, not very happy at the moment because of all things that are ongoing at the moment with this lovely young man who, you know, like you say, chose Nigeria, said, I want to play for my country. But I mean, we really do wish him well. Omar, please pass our regards as well to Mr. Sadiq there, and hopefully one day he'll be coming on the show as well.
I will do that. Of course. Thank you so much, Andile.
Omar Kaktugba, all the way from Paris. He's at the stadium, actually, about to go in for that Paris Saint-Germain versus Real Sociedad match. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I'll play you the Julius clip, and then I'll take your voice notes and your calls. It's been a while. Please, I want to hear your voices. Let's do it.
Submissions for this year's Metro FM Music Awards are now open. And the winner is... To enter, simply log on to www.metrofmmusicawards.co.za. Make some beautiful noise! For inquiries, email info@metrofm.co.za. Yeah! Metro FM.
If you don't know, you better ask somebody. It's bigger, it's better. The Metro FM Awards are back.
It's where you want to be. Sportsnight Amplified with Andile on Metro FM.
Ronald Williams, Ashirala Japanale, Mishak Elia, Ron Williams, I Kabulela, my hero, our savior, Mushlumuri, Mushuler Wahina, what I'm Mr. Kanene, Ron Williams, Savia Umbiriat Panacho, and Mr. Kanene.
Grant Kekano speaks on Ron Williams.
World class keeper. All I can say, I think he should be made the Minister of Finance. He can save South Africa's economy.
Mishak Elia, Koloya Elia, Haiduma, Yatamaya, Haiduma Yatamaya, Koloya Elia, Haiduma Yatamaya.
6 to 7 p.m.
All right, here we go.
Call Metro FM now on 0860 002160. Drop us a voice note on 060-552-7303.
Waking up, I'm too turned up.
So the conversations galore. Which one do you want to jump on? Please do come on. It's crazy how Sadiq Omar is about to play a match this evening because Paris Saint-Germain are playing Real Sociedad. But here he is on Sportsnight Amplified with Andile, a man that's going to be he's not injured, is he? He should be back, yeah? He's going to be out there playing this evening, Nigerian, of course. National, but here he is on the show with Omar Kaktugba there getting ready for the match. Omar, of course, is always in the right rooms when it comes to African players playing in Europe. I had a conversation with Victor Osimhen while I was out in Côte d'Ivoire, and he said, you be Andile, Omar Kaktugba Andile. And I was like, yes, so big man that. The clip that you asked for. Here it is. Let's go for it.
The fact that Denny must go still remains. He needs to go. But for now, we want to concentrate on celebrating Bafana Bafana and not spoil the whole celebration with politics of football. Our being here, our listening to Denny here, it doesn't make him a good leader.
Magati here. It means here, like we're here now, Ngumunyela. We're here together, listening to you, basically. Yeah, let's go to the voice notes. Malcolm, please. Let's hear what the people have to say.
With Andile, salota maya.
Ke khutli.
Salota maya bathong. Keneng with Brian Ari. Yeah, tomorrow Andile is back. Yo, re feditse the whole week last week re Andile wabo wa kabushiu. Next. Oh, I would welcome back. We missed you. And by the way,
I missed you. Thank you to Brian.
Valentine's.
Thank you so much to Brian for holding it down.
Hey, good evening, Andile. Welcome back. We missed you, bro. About the Swallows, they are having problems. No, Jali is better. He should fight for them because They are employing players. This is the job the players they are doing. But if they don't get paid, what they expect them to do? Because anywhere in the world where you are working, if there is no money coming in, you strike. So Jad is right. We agree with what he's doing. He should fight swallows. That's me from my Cape Town, Mike. Andile, thanks for the show.
Good evening, Andile. This is Matebola. So swallows can abuse their workers because they are working for them. And they are happy to see others come and apologize before they approach them for hearings and all that. And then they are given a second chance for apologizing to be not paid in time and all that. And no. You can never abuse workers, more especially if you don't pay them. Good evening. This is Matebola.
Hey, welcome back. Yeah, now that the AFCON is over, yeah, we'll be focusing on the local and European football. Yeah, I'd love to hear you pronounce these European teams. Hey, Iwampolai. We hear you saying bo. Serbia will be playing against Osasuna at the Roman Sanchez Pizjuan. Hola, this is Boyo from the bar.
Nigga, look what puts him on.
Good evening, Ali.
Hey.
Just touching on the matter of Swallows and Andile Jali. Yeah, geez, man, these big organizations, they'll always like pin you down, man. Go to these fancy lawyers and kick you out. Yeah, it's very unfair though. Like, I mean, you can't not pay me and then I want my money back. We must go to court and eventually I must come and beg for the job.
Yeah, no, I mean, and those were the words. But like I said, you know, to argue semantics like that was not going to get us anywhere. Let's go to the lines now. Lunga's out in Roodepoort. Lunga, it's been a while, my friend. How are you? Welcome to the show.
Hey, how are you, Andy? Welcome back, and then also, how are you to your whole crew and the team?
Ah, man, the crew is all good. We're happy to be back together. Talk to me. You want to touch on Swallows?
Yeah, first, before I can touch on Swallows, I just I know I've been hard on Bafana, and then I'm so proud of them.
This is true, actually, Lunga. Now that you've reminded me, you didn't believe in them.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't believe in them. And I just want to first and foremost just apologize to the boys because I always want the best out of them. I always have that belief, you know what I'm saying? And then my tune now is, after all has been done, let's go and support Bafana. Simple as that. Let's go fill up the stadiums.
And also apologize to Hugo Bruce.
Yes, and but I've never been I've always liked Bruce. I just on the tournament I didn't have that belief. But with the coach, I've always been supporting him because he called a spade a spade.
100%. Listen, I appreciate it, Lunga. In Hugo Bruce's words, you know, a man is allowed. What did he say? You're allowed to change your mind. There you go. You're allowed to change your mind. That's what he said.
Like the Temba case, the Tembazwane's case.
That's exactly what he said about Tembazwane. So I'm glad that you've come on board. It's never too late. Nigeria is going to be coming here soon. I can't wait to see you at the stadium. Thank you so much, Lunga.
No. Yeah, we're going to meet at the stadium. So on the other one, sorry for on the Morocco Salos one. So I wanted to say but I'm angry at the state of our South African football affairs when it comes to Swallows. And this thing has to be simple. Give me a contract, pay me. If you're no longer happy with me, terminate the contract, pay me out. Simple as that. Like our footballers are suffering. Last time, you remember, we were talking about payment, money, and all that. It's a topic for another day. But you know what? Let them do right by our players. Our players are going through a lot. They don't even earning billions and all that. But let PSL teams do the right thing. Give me a contract. If we are no longer on the same page, pay me out, settle me, and let me move on. Our South African players.
But if I haven't seen the contract, Lunga, right? But I know those contracts because I'm on a similar contract here. You know, I get paid when I work. I was in Abidjan. The days that I wasn't working, I didn't get paid for those. So according to what the lawyer of Morocco Swallows Football Club says. He says Andile Ncube was on the same contract where he says he quoted, I think, clause 17.1, I think is what he said. And he says that you only get paid for the days that you work. Andile worked up until just before the middle of December, and they're saying we paid you for all of those. The fact that, you didn't work the rest of that month, the fact that you didn't work January is not something we can pay you for.
But besides that, Andile, it's fine. But the case of PSL teams not being able to pay players, you know that. It's. I just wanted to say, like, I'm angry, Andile.
Listen, I know for sure that there's been players that haven't been paid, but until the players come out here, it'll just it'll be just Andile's word versus a club, and I've said that to the lawyer. The last time we spoke, I said, "But why aren't you paid?" He said, "Which players aren't paid?" So until the players or somebody comes out, or an agent of the players comes out and said, "No, my players have not been paid for 3-4 months. My players have been paid for 2 months." There's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do.
I think she Alabani's card, but Andile, like, but Abadalana 2 games, why not? But besides Swallows and other teams, they know. Unless if PSL is a money laundering scheme or what, but guys, let's treat our players sharp, represent the grand.
Thank you, Lunga.
This is not right.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm not sure what the PSL's got to do with it and the money laundering. I'm not sure who didn't get play good PSL, but let's go to Foslo. Foslo. Oh, that one is gone. Moses is out in Naturena. Moses.
Hi, how are you?
No, man, I'm good. Talk to me.
Good. Welcome back, man.
Thank you so much, man. Time of my life.
Yeah, that's great, man. I just want to touch on Swallows also. I phoned about 4 weeks ago when we were talking about this, and I said Swallows was not really punished the proper way in terms of their 400,000 rent being paid. Obviously, it's $1 million suspended for 600,000 and 400,000 paid, and the money for legal fees and all that. This is again, they bring the league into disreputment by doing this. There were about 30 PSL players in the AFCON, but there's still bad thing about Swallows in the PSL again. It really need to, because Swallows is simply abusing players, in my view. Thanks, Andile.
And here's the thing, Moses. You and I can say that, correct? Yeah. But here's the case. The first person off that team that's actually stood up and said, "No, I'm taking this case. I am not happy with this." The case got thrown out. It wasn't Swallows. It wasn't Swallows and Andile having a conversation and Bonabat, okay, hamba. No, they took it to the disciplinary chamber, and in the chambers, Andile's case was thrown out.
No, I hear that, but still, it's such a beautiful league, and I might not have.
It really is. Listen, it's my favorite league in the world.
League. But you have this one team that has been just bought about 3 seasons ago that is bringing the league into shambles, I would say, because what is happening is bad for the league. It's bad for sponsors. It's bad for everybody. Now we're supposed to be celebrating Bafana, but there's players that are losing the jobs in the PSL. That was so much represented by PSL players. For me, man, Swallows. I
hope one of these days.
I had a problem with Spurs when they said they must be expelled. Now I'm saying they must be expelled.
Because I know he listens to the show. I know he's listening right now. David Mukhashwa, who is the chairman out there at Morocco Swallows Football Club. I hope that he one day, because that invitation to him is open. It's an open invitation. If he says, "Andile, I'm coming today, tomorrow," we'll have him sit here and he'll answer those questions. Moses, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. He's out in Naturena. Hopefully it will happen. Let's go now to Sasolburg. I think we've got Lesiamo. No, I'm easy, man.
Welcome back.
Hey, man, thank you so much. It's been such a warm welcome. I appreciate it.
You know how they say, "Don't follow me, follow the birds." We are not following the birds either, because these birds don't know where they're going. I was listening to your conversation with that lawyer. I know that guy is lying through his teeth. That guy is lying through his teeth. And here's the thing, right? Why must we believe one guy who says all the players have been paid and there are no problems, go Swallows, when almost everybody, all the players go Swallows, they are complaining about the same thing?
Complaining where, though? Complaining where?
But this is an ongoing conversation, Andile. This is something that I think it's a conversation that you started even before Bafana went to AFCON, right? The issue of Swallows and not paying players. It can't be, Huri, almost every day, in fact, we are talking about the same thing and there's no fire. I mean, where there's smoke, there's fire, right? So for me, for this guy to even come in, because right now, he was saying, Huri, well, he wanted to make it seem like Andile didn't have a case until you asked him, Huri, are you saying the case was thrown out because there's no case or because the case is not urgent, right? That's when he was like, yeah, clutching at straws and whatnot. And for me, that's when I was like, nah, this guy is Warshaya. He's a lawyer, yes, right? He's a lawyer, he's a learned person, but I choose to believe the players, I choose to believe Andile Ncube and not that guy. We can't, guys. There is no way. There's no way that like all these people can just come together and decide, no, we are going out there to tarnish the reputation of Swallows. Do you think Andile Ncube is doing this because he's bored? There's no way, guys. There is no way.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Faith is here. I think she stuck to the old tradition of wearing red or white for Valentine's Day. She's going to be coming into the studio. Perhaps you can tell us who St. Valentine's was. Do you remember who St. Valentine's was? He was a clergyman, in fact. But while we wait, play that voice note.
Good evening, Andile and the team. Happy Valentine's Day, guys.
Hey,
can you please just get us two of those who were saying Bafana is not serious, to just say sorry.
Well, we had one.
Humble pie on radio again, the way they were busy around. Can you please help us?
Well, we had one that called in today, and hopefully on Friday we'll have more. But thank you very much. Hey, happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you so much. Happy Valentine's Day.
Is that why you're in white? I'm in red, you're in white?
Yeah, I think that we were telepathically communicating.
Do you know the story of St. Valentine's?
He married off people. I think it was back in medieval times when the king put a moratorium on marriages because he wanted them to fight, the men to fight in wars. And so St. Valentine would marry these people in secret.
And then the king jailed him.
And then the king jailed him, and that's why he was known as Saint. I think he was even like killed afterwards, and that's why he was known as Saint Valentine.
While he was in prison, he cured, I think it was the jailer's daughter of blindness.
Oh wow! So he really was a saint.
Yeah, he cured this is how the story of Saint Valentine's goes. He cured the jailer's daughter of blindness, and they fell in love, and that's why it's been said that Saint Valentine's story was with Matthew, whatever her name is, I can't remember, was love at first sight, because as soon as she opened her eyes, that's the first man she saw.
I see.
So I've been doing the show for the last hour, and I looked up, and I saw you.
And
I felt like St. Valentine's and his bride.
You feel like love?
I felt something.
You felt something?
I felt like...
Are you falling in love?
I don't believe in falling in love.
I wouldn't blame you if you were falling in love.
I don't believe in falling in love.
I'm a lovable person.
Nothing that falls is good.
You would not make bad decisions by falling in love.
How's about we not fall and let's grow in love?
You want to grow in love, not fall in love.
Falling... Nobody picks the fruits that fall.
I catch you though when you fall.
I don't want to fall. I want to grow with you.
Oh, God.
Faith, what do you have going on?
Lots in store for us on this Love Day. First up, we're looking at it as a Business Wednesday, so we've got an entrepreneur, successful one at that, in the studio joining us this evening, the founder of Zaga. It's in the fintech industry. We're going to get the latest from Teboho Twala, who's joining us today, who's actually founded a credit management system for small businesses to provide simple, convenient, and paperless on-the-spot credit application processes. So we'll get the know-how in terms of exactly how that works, and especially if you're a small to medium enterprises, if you're in the hospitality industry and the like, please tune into this one. I think it's going to be quite beneficial. You would have seen some of the tweets that are happening today from the SIU, that is a special investigating unit, regarding some of the money that they're trying to recoup from the National Lotteries Commission investigation, but also some of the outcomes of that investigation. Quite intricate. We're in conversation with the SIU this evening just to speak a little bit about what has actually been, where has the money been going, how has it been spotted, and I mean, just looking at what has been happening, evening. It's quite an intricate one. But more than anything else, what are they going to do to recoup the money? Yes, it is Valentine's Day, but it still does mean that we have to practice safe sex. And here's the reason why. There are rising STI and HIV infections in Gauteng. With Valentine's Day, Fandi, here, Gauteng Department of Health has cautioned the public against engaging in risky sexual behavior as this increases the transmission of sexually transmitted infections and HIV infection. So they are concerned about the spike. We're seeing a spike in the number of STI cases, particularly in the province. We'll get the latest from the Department of Health in just a while. And then after 8 this evening, it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so much fun.
Joe, what are we doing?
So if anybody knows of, and especially when the last time I had her on this show, I think my lines, I could not answer any more phone calls. So we decided we're going to bring her back for the month of love because she's just that insightful. We've got psychic medium Cindy Kruger with us this evening to talk to you. She's not about me. To talk to you about what love has got in store for you for 2024. So if you're in a relationship, if you're a marriage, if you're thinking, is this the one? If you're thinking, I just broke up with somebody, what am I going to do? Am I ever going to love again? If you're going through a heartbreak on this Valentine's Day, tune in because Cindy's one of the, especially when I say Cindy Kruger's up, the lines just go crazy. So do tune in. She's after 8. She's going to be with us for a whole hour.
Oh, can't wait for it. You had Nkosana here.
Makate, yes,
Please
I did.
Call me guy.
Twice.
But 29 billion.
And counting. He said that minimum. So 29 billion is the minimum because remember
you also
have to count the international stuff as well. Yeah.
So get 29 billion minimum. That's $1.5 billion and some change. He's a dollar billionaire.
He's a dollar billionaire.
He's going to become one of the richest people
on the continent. Yeah, that's what they're saying. He's going to become one. But the trick is for him not to, and for us, I think also us as broadcasters, but also us as citizens, the narrative that is being pushed right now is that it could bankrupt Vodacom. But what we're not talking about is how much Vodacom has been making of those revenues.
Because it's 3 to 5%, is it not?
You.
So how's it bankrupting someone if it's 3 to 5% of your earnings?
So that is a narrative that gets perpetuated. Please, be aware of that narrative.
1.5 billion. I don't have friends. I don't hook it up with her. It's 4 after the hour 7. Hey, thank you for tuning in and being a part of the show. Got to get out of here. Sport at 10 this evening. Let's have some fun. You can see my red. For those of you that didn't tune in to our live cams, I'm in red. So let's go celebrate. To my entire team, it's been great being back. And to you, I really appreciate you. Pella Pella. That's all me.
I can't believe it. You're a dream. We wish you and yours a happy Valentine's Day from Metro FM. I can't believe how I had fallen for you. It's where you love to be. Welcome to the Urban Rhythm Revolution. Listen.